Hi. My little remote control didn't work again, so digits. Hey, I'm going to talk about Panther Shaman's deer hunting party. This is a Panther Shaman right here. This is a Panther Shaman. And he's got this little bag with him under his arm here. See that? Now, sorry I can't zoom up on it, but there's lots of other little characters, different colors. Some are red, some are like insect. There's a little bird, there's more peyote buttons, a mothership right here, a little worm, centipede kind of thing. And these black figures are shadowy figures. This is the shaman, myself. My name is hidden in the art here. Carlos Cedillo. Big peyote button in the sky, giving that lifeblood energy here. And of course, a big deer antler right here. So there's this other green line starting at this dot, going through me here. To another peyote button, chasing this rabbit. All right. We're going to talk about all this stuff here. Big pile of peyote buttons here. The deer antlers represent the peyote in the ancient rock art. So there's something very magnificent about this. I did it probably 2015 or so. I first started getting into Texas rock art. This Panther Shaman is Lower Pecos area rock art, and all these other little figures are as well. And I found this deer antler at the painting of the White Shaman panel in Comstock, Texas, out past Del Rio and near the Seminole Canyon State Park, which has a lot of incredible rock art also. And I found this deer antler. I stayed there with my friend Gary Perez learning about the White Shaman panel, and there's this really awesome cabin out there, and I saw this deer antler on the ground, and I took it and left some tobacco as an offering there. So this is about following this path. This is me as a shaman holding this whip, trying to whip these dark elements back into the light. So, what happened very recently, even though I painted this a few years ago, it actually materialized in the three-dimensional linear timeline, right? Just in June. On June 24th was a full moon. So a few days before that previous Saturday, I had been in South Texas, a little town called Natalia, showing some property. And I don't know if they bought it or not, whatever. That's irrelevant. But I just had this assignment to go down to South Texas or south of San Antonio. And on my way back, I stopped by my favorite, peyote shaman's house. His name is Jose Zepeda. Hey, I hope you get to see this someday, maybe. Jose never remembers me. I've met him many, many times over decades. And he's like, "Who are you?" I'm like, "Carlos." And then he'll remember. It'll click in, but it's okay. I'm not a regular attendee of the ceremonies. I've been to several really nice ones there in the teepee all night long. So this is about following the footprints of the deer. Right, so the shaman here has been consuming a little bit of the peyote. And these other characters also represent other individuals like myself who are on the peyote path. They're following the deer antler, the energy of the deer. There's other little spirits all around, hidden in the paint. Right, they're all kind of searching. There's background of this painting. There's blues and light blue and purplish colored, representing the dark night, and these little lights. There's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of these. And the secret of that is that this canvas had another painting on it, and I just painted over it. And I started by spray painting these little 9 characters somebody had drawn. I don't remember what it was, faces or something. And there's some spray paint, and then the rest is oil paints on it. And what happened on that full moon, June 24th, 2021, right, like 6 years or so after I've painted this, is that I ran into my friend Jose Cepeda. And he had just gotten back from being out in the desert collecting the peyote buttons. And he's not afraid to go onto private whatever lands, people, these ranchers that have bought the land, or were given the land rather, hundreds of years ago in the 1800s or whatever, maybe before that. And they still think that they own the land. But Jose Cepeda, he's like, just go get what I need to get. Nobody bothers him because he is on the sacred path of the medicine. He's a road man, right? Traditionally, a road man would have to travel a lot down to places like South Texas to gather the peyote and take it northward or wherever he's heading to the other members of his tribe or other tribes that need peyote ceremony. But Jose's got a place there in South San Antonio, and it's I think he wants to get a new place because it's time to upgrade. Why? Because he has certain desires, right? We're chasing this rabbit. In this case, it's a golden rabbit. In other stories, it's usually a white rabbit, but regardless, it's a rabbit. And we're chasing it on this path. Now, what does that mean? So I met him just at exactly the right time on that day that he had just finished picking it. He had it on the floor, like laid out on a mat, and he was putting it in a bag, putting the medicine in a medicine bag that he was going to carry north up to Austin for a ceremony later that day, right? So being on this path of the medicine, of the deer, right, allowed me to just be at exactly the right moment, exactly the right time. Okay, in our artificial construct of time, had I arrived a few minutes earlier, he wouldn't have been home yet because he was out picking the medicine, right? And had I arrived a few minutes later, he would have been gone. Further down, he was going up to Austin to do a ceremony, right? So just following the magic, if you want to call it magic, I don't know many other words to describe what this means. It's following this spiritual path. The peyote is up here in the sky, this medicine, sky beings. Excuse me, I'm sweating down here. I have to put on my party jacket because it's just a party, y'all. And but the story is extremely serious here. So I start eating the medicine. He hands me this cluster of buttons. There's like 5 little bitty buttons and some big ones, right? So I gave one away to somebody else who was definitely in need of some medicine, a little tiny one, just to get somebody else started on this path, another family member that was in need, right? And then the other 3 larger ones, he told me, eat them from the root up, right? So I usually just eat the cap, or no, the top, not a cap, but the top of the button that's sticking out of the ground. But he said eat the whole root and eat the seeds. Also, he said he didn't want to be cultivating artificially the seeds of the medicine, because that was just an important part of what you need that has the extra little spiritual oomph power to get you where you need down this path of medicine here, right? So he said we all need something. We all want something. So his partner said that she had wanted a new house, right? So he says we all want something. And of course, he wants a partner. And I want a partner, I think, or whatever the path holds for me. I'm not really putting expectation, right? If you have no expectations, you'll never be disappointed, right? So don't really hold on to an expectation of what this rabbit represents, but you know that you're after something, right? This is very different wisdom from other spiritual paths, which say don't chase the rabbit, to just stay where you are, and somehow that rabbit will come to you. Of course, it will eventually, but it's because you are on the way, the path. What did Jesus Christ say in the Bible? Open your Bibles. I know there's a lot of Christians that want to see this. And Jesus said, I am the way. Then he put the truth and the light. He didn't say I'm the light and then I'm the truth and then I'm the way. He said I'm the way first. So this is a path, right, that Jesus was talking about. And then the truth you discover along the path here. And the light, it's like the light at the end of the tunnel. Like there's a lot of darkness, these dark spirits, right? And so I got my little dark whip here trying to whip some light into these dark spirits. Now, whether they accept the light or not, that's different. I don't know. But we've all got a little bit of darkness. Like this character here feels like he's gotten shot by arrows in the stomach after eating the medicine. This little character has his hair on ends after the medicine. He's got a bird, a little crow, or raven on his hand here. He's carrying. So there's different states of mind, states of nerves, energy, states of consciousness you're receiving from the higher source energy, these messages to where to go along your path, right? So I'm going to make another video to talk about today and yesterday. I could just extend this video. Let me see here. Oh, 13 minutes. All right. Y'all come back. 13 is a very powerful number. It's going to try to end right here at 13:13. Let's see if it works out.